Hello, Scorpio. This is a timeless love variant reading of yours where we discuss however love may be absent or present in your life, or you may just be here because you caught a vibe and seeing whether or not anything within the storytelling time is yours. Please bear in mind some other details while we get ready for your reading. I am Master 7th, aka 7th, that reads these energies for you. Should you want to know who she is, what she's all about, and what I have to offer, there is a link in the description box below. Bear in mind that I am a master healer that provides remote wellness and or tarot intuitive insights. However, again, details are down below. There are other various links within the description box to help you navigate this channel and gain access to my sister channel. For this reading, we provide you universal justice. Should you be Scorpio in Sun rising and or Jupiter position, should you be anywhere else that you're aware of, you may be in search of emotional redemption or just in general could possibly benefit of the content over on my sister channel. Link is found below. Remember that this is not a one-to-one reading. However, this is a general collective insight. Use your intuition, aka discernment, to take all of that which belongs to you and leave the rest behind. All right, Scorpio, we're getting into your reading. The need for contemplation to take a place in your mental aptitude. I would say heal, but it's not about healing, it's about contemplative energy. Bringing rhyme and reason to your life, the people that have come in and have come and left, and the new ones to come, and the people that are here. To be contemplative about it. To understand what makes you who you are with the 9 of Wands. And you're not someone who looks at your past and is miserable. You don't dwell in the past. You don't desire company in your misery. And that is a way where the ether more or less thanks you in being who you are, because you do something almost naturally that a lot of other signs can't really maybe accept about themselves, even if they were to do it already. Like, you accept that there is a duality within the conversations between light versus dark and vice versa. There's a knowing that you can't really, I don't think it's negatable. It's not something that you'll ever see somebody argue with you on, because you don't have to prove anything. It just is. And I think that's more like the ether wishing to become more contemplative about that, thinking about your own narrative of light versus dark and vice versa, and how it can bring you a sense of control, that you become more or less like almost like a magician energy, and really can learn how to ask for things to come into the binary coding of where you need it to be in your matrix, and how you can also then manifest the binary coding of manipulation to let go of the overall picture you don't want or don't need, or need to let go of, or want to learn more about, so you can get more in life, and you can grow and evolve in life and not just live it. Not just walk every day with 24-hour clock blindly, but to be part of the rhythm that every hour within the day, no matter how much it repeats yourself in... Was that the Magician card? No. It's 3 of Wands. Yeah, more or less wanting to feel that every vibration within the ticking of the clock. Whew, devil energy. Alright, for me, as a reader, I have a series called the Devil Series. The link can be found in the description box below, where it's about the ego that doesn't know whether or not it's of light and or darkness, so wants to play a game with you. Okay? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's nothing to fear about the devil energy, or what you think the devil energy is. It's not to undermine the concept of the definitions you already have, and it's out of respect to have you keep the definition that makes you think what is. You come into your own reasoning or what remains truthful in how you define it and how it works in your favor. You know that not everything that's against you is the devil working against you. You can take ownership of that as just something that you need to put more attention to, and that's pretty much what the power of the devil energy is. It wants attention all the time. The more you give it attention, the more you realize why the devil energy is introducing itself to your life. And that it's more about your control of when that energy comes in, of how you traverse with it. There's a book called The Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, which may be something that someone may be interested in reading. All right, King of Swords. So there's a wisdom that you had with the galaxy, okay? There's a connection of, again, like I said, it's about owning up that you don't have to, it's not about healing. It's not about trying to convince you that you need to heal. It's about becoming aware of the life that you journeyed and how it more or less shaped your existence and your life. And more or less it will make you more gratuitous and be in the King of Swords energy that you have not only the intellect, but the wisdom and the charisma and the fight of change to bring change. You're not someone who keeps, as a death card wants to show up, but we have the King of Cups. You're not interested in not bringing closure to situations. You're not interested in leaving people in the dust. You're not interested in backstabbing. That's not to your interest. And that's why you're also here as the King of Swords and King of Cups. I think you respond well to the let's put it more. I think you handle well the angst that the ether may have. I think you being the King of Cups and the King of Swords, you understand more or less why Mother Nature is not meant to be understood, but more or less let her do her thing. Some of you have come from a land that's very rich, as in the vibrations of purity, more or less, are they're powerful. Okay, you can't be in that space of land and not feel it as the Ace of Cups comes through. So your environment really shaped the pathway of how you are the King of Cups and the King of Swords, and due to that, you've challenged and outweighed the far deeper controversial energies of what it means to ritualize the devil energy, which we are not doing when we pay heed to the Devil series in this reading, in this channel. Look at that, the Ace of Swords also wanted to come through. Fascinating. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you can take the controversial energy of what's out there and bring it to a way that you show up to the challenges of life, and either on the end where you win or you push through in the areas where you feel that you aren't meant to be in. Because whether or not you see how you're not meant to be in something is where the ether always also pushes you and reminds you to keep going. And maybe at that point she introduces controversial conversations within your variables of what you consider at that time family, and asking you, as a magician shows up here, as a musician shows up here, whether or not you understand the value of having the connection of the devil energy in your life up to this point. To understand working with the devil energy actually has you in a better conversation with the sun energy, because you understand what it means to be in a symbiosis of self. And heed the call when you have to remove yourself from a situation, when you're redeemed, when you're in a redemption mode. And that redemption could be a memory, a calling, a longing, and needing to end a chapter and begin a new one. You address to that. You show up to that at all times in space. Yeah, you address that. You close cycles. No matter how many times, no matter how many people you have to go through in order to close them, you close them. There's no denying that. Do you mean to involve as many people that you do in order to close chapters? Well, they made themselves available. They showed up in your life, so we can't dismiss that possibility. Alright, we have the Hermit, which to me is the Galaxy card as a reader, the Six of Wands, and the King of Cups. Again, the King of Cups being here with the Hermit Galaxy card for me is binding the narrative I've said to this point, that you have a really good ear out to what Mother Nature frequency is, and that it's not about being too pure of any state or aiming even for purity, because nothing in this life is of purity. I mean, we're getting to a time and space where the water is controversial and we're made out of 75% water. So what are we going to lean towards in order to heal when we have to be like fragile to understand the kind of water we're consuming? You know, to have quote unquote faith that Ether knows what she's doing is a big sacrilegious act to allow ourselves to surrender in knowing that she knows exactly how to make sense of everything. And going with that wisdom is more or less you being this cat-like dog creature. You know, more of like some sort of Egyptian or Greek god. Being able to, you know, show off a little bit here. Yeah, I don't even think you're really aware yet of what your power is. But it has a lot to do with trying to paint the world around you to be louder, and that you see the people and the places and things that are around you really be comfortable with you. They may not always come to you for like ways to help you out, but it sure as hell come to you to help them figure more about themselves. Figure out more about themselves. And that says a lot about you. Whether or not you see that about yourself or not is the point of, I think, this reading bringing that into some sort of happenstance for you. Because again, the King of Cups battled his deepest desires and pain through the times where she felt, they felt lost. And that there was something that was made for them to feel alive again when they were in this state of loss. And you may not know how to bring it into a conversation. But if somebody were to tell you, maybe in front of you as a reader, that those are the possible things that you may be in some sort of energetical contact with, then that's something that is a loud aspect of self to reach the reader to be able to produce that story. So that just means you possess something very loud. It's up to you to see what it is about yourself that is as loud as it is to be that moving and that influential. All right, with that being said, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.